Okay, so let's just kick back, relax, enjoy the highlights of the day. How about in Chicago? The White Sox, Dave Martinez will dive and rob Brady Anderson of base hit. Hey, wake up! You might miss something good, like in Pittsburgh. Brett Butler of the Mets will come in and rob Dave Clark of a hit. But hey, he's only human, right? Later in the game, this ground ball, well, oops. Best hit of the day, Vince Coleman will make a catch. Kirk Gibson will tag, and he is racing home. And Pat Borders is flattened at the plate. Safe! And Gibson is pumped. Okay, well, looks like you're not impressed, so we surrender. And that's exactly what the Giants did in Atlanta. Giants up 2-0 in the ninth inning. Fred McGriff facing Rod Beck, and with 2 outs, he takes him deep to center, and the Braves win 3-2. And that's the end of the highlight reel. In other news, Stan Humphries has been rewarded with a new 4-year contract for leading the San Diego Chargers to their first Super Bowl. Humphries and the Chargers lost 48-26 to the 49ers. And that's a look at today's sports. I'm Brent Tanamachi.
Fans, foul, and 4 at Rancho Murrieta for the final round of the Senior Gold Rush. And at the start of the day, Don Bees, Lee Trevino, and Chichi Rodriguez were tied for the lead. Chichi Rodriguez looked to celebrate early, but his short game failed him, and his sword was sheathed. Trevino was a fan favorite, so was Don Bees the underdog?
Yeah, Don has been one of my favorite players over the years. He's what I call a journeyman professional.
This senior tour veteran played exceptionally well. Check out the long putt on the 9th hole. Bees and Trevino distanced themselves from the rest of the field.
With Chichi Rodriguez dropping out from the leaders, Lee Trevino and Don Bees stole the show, battling neck and neck to the very end.
On 17, down 1 stroke, Trevino's putt. Good. The 6-foot birdie brought Trevino and Bees into a tie with 1 hole to play. On 18, Trevino's big chance for par, and no. Bees' turn, and yes, B wins by a stroke, shooting a 68 for the day. He's $105,000 richer and ends a tournament win drought of 3 years.
It really makes a win special when you play with Chichi and Lee Trevino in the last threesome, the last day, and win by a stroke over Lee. I mean, it makes a special win.
Don Bees victorious at the last Gold Rush tournament held at Rancho Murrieta. Below Serrano in '96. I'm Brent Tanamachi for Fox 40 Sports. The native just a bit restless with the thought of Haas sidelined with a throat injury. Could the 40-year-old backup quarterback Vince Evans find the inspiration to lead the Raiders to victory?
Use the force, Vince. And teammate Napoleon Coffin gets that message and the kickoff. His feet are in full throttle, and see ya. 84 yards, and the Raiders are up 7-0. But the Colts are not impressed, and they strike back here on Marshall Falk's 7-yard run, and the Colts take the lead. But not for long. Evans, the 16-year NFL veteran, shows that he is young at heart. Check out the arm. He goes deep, and it's 46 yards in the air to the Rocket for 6. And they connect again. The Rocket is the recipient of 2 touchdown passes. This one for 73 yards, and the Raiders put the game out of reach. Evan throws for a career-high 335 yards and proves that age is nothing but a number.
Vince is for a man who's been around this league as long as he still has that fire.
Well, today was what it's all about. You know, this is what you train for. This is what a professional athlete lives for. And when called upon, whether you're a starter, backup, or whatever, you know, you just try to go in and do the best possible job that you can do.
The Raiders, without Hostetler, rebound from last week's humiliating loss against the Broncos by scoring big and harassing Harbaugh all day long. They go on to win 30-17. I'm Brent Tanamachi for Fox 40 Sports. Last season, the Sacramento Kings missed the playoffs by 1 game after a heartbreaking loss to the Nuggets in the season finale. Could the Kings put this behind them and come alive in '95? The Kings off to a great start at 7-2, the best since 1968. Their play can be characterized as a little bit nasty and gritty, but do they have what it takes to make it to the playoffs?
Yes, sir, the Kings are a different and much improved team from last season. And I'm not talking about the new alternative road uniforms. The Kings have many new faces, from the veteran gunner Sharonis Marshallonis to the rookie playmaker Tyus Edney. After the mayhem in Indiana, the Kings are now toting a new image. Don't call them easy or soft. The Kings sport a tough guy attitude to go along with their stingy defense. And finally, they're winning. Call it overachieving or just darn lucky. A win is a win, and the Kings look like they have the right stuff. However, is it still premature to think about the playoffs?
Still early in the season. We're talking playoffs too. We're going to take every game as it comes.
The Kings may think it's early, but what do the fans think?
Well, I think that the Kings are going to probably win 47 games, and the Kings should be in the playoffs this year.
Wait a second. Are fans sure? Well, this guy is.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think they'll make it. They look a lot better this year.
Sure or unsure, there's one thing for certain. The Kings are turning heads and turning up their performance. I'm Brent Tanamachi for Fox 40 Sports. League West, the A's would be 14 games behind Chicago in 4th place. Thank goodness for realignment. A's in New York, and it's Scott Brocious with the 2-run shot in the 2nd. A's up 2-0. Then it's Troy Neal with the solo shot in the 3rd. Neal adds a RBI single in the 5th as Ricky Henderson comes around to score. A's win for the 12th time in 13 games. This time last year, it was the Giants that were putting together wins in bunches. But this year, they're as cold as a winter night at the stick. Mets in town, and Jim Linderman comes up with an RBI single in the 1st. Mets lead 1-0. Ryan Thompson adds a home run in the 7th. Mets break out the broom and complete the sweep, beating the Giants 4-1. While the Giants' hopes are fading fast, Leroy Burrell is running fast in Switzerland, faster than anyone in history, in fact. Burrell runs 100 meters in 9.85 seconds, breaking fellow American Carl Lewis's world record. Lewis covered the distance in 9.86 seconds 3 years ago in Tokyo. You think he's happy? Yeah, you bet. Sacramento Capitals started their season opener by running all over their sneakers. That's the Idaho sneakers. Caps in Idaho and hold on to win their opener 26-23. But it's a mixed night for the Sacramento Sports. The Knights lose 11-4 to the Grizzlies down in San Jose. They fall 2 games back in the CISL Western Division. So much for the old saying, winning cures everything. Just 2 weeks ago, after winning the NBA championship, the Houston Rockets have fired 11 front office employees, including their high-flying mascot, the Turbo Man. Finally, if you just can't wait for the NFL season to start in September, the CFL season is underway. First regular season game for the expansion Shreveport Pirates is a lesson in the CFL football. Ottawa's Mike Richardson rushes for 75 yards, including this touchdown. The Rough Riders sink the Pirates 40-10. And that's sports. We'll be back with more news